Coming up on today's Code Bet Daily. Oh, can you smell it? NBA season. It's just around the corner. Also, Alex is doing some weird stuff in the studio. Plus, we're talking player props, game picks, best bets. There's 2 Rate My Multis. Stats guy, what are you looking at?
Yeah, one of those Rate My Multis, bit of international football and South Africa to tear it up in the Cricket World Cup.
To tear it up, he says. Alex, what are you looking at?
I get worried about Stats Guy's multi, but I have a good look at the AFLW this weekend as well. There's some great value.
Very nice. Get into it. It's Code Bet Daily. It's happening right now. Welcome to Code Bet Daily. It is Tuesday, October 17. All day, gentlemen. This is episode 216 of this here program. That's a lot.
Yeah, wow.
216.
Not bad.
Anyway, I'm your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of a good website. It's called CodeBet. You can find that at codebet.com.au for all your, odds comparisons, betting analyses, stats, all the good stuff. Bad beats was actually particularly bad this week.
We're going to have a great one every week from college football, I feel. Just every
college
week.
Football is just...
We're 2 from 2.
Yeah, NFL didn't have any really massive bad beats yet. Yet. Oh,
Yes.
I say that. Touch some wood. We're in an NFL game on right now. But either way, I'm joined, as always, by the punters. We've got Stats Guy here.
Absolutely. I'm happy I can walk around and my legs are working. I was having
That
a
feels
laugh.
like a shot.
Yeah, not a half shot. I was good on your running, but it was very funny seeing Alex groan in the morning. It was very funny.
Alex is grown in the morning. Gross.
That came out really weird.
Yeah, it did.
Alex,
You're a weird guy, Stats Guy. Yes, still struggling to walk. That uphill incline into the office, not great. Neither were the stairs.
I'll pay it. Nice one. Code Sook Daily, apparently. Here we go. No, this is Code Bet Daily. It says it on the tin. It's codes, it's betting, it's daily. We're talking player props, game picks, best bets. Does anybody ever rate my multi?
Yes.
Yes. We've got 2 Rate My Multis in. Tuesday shows are always a bit thin on the ground, but at least the NBA
I'm
season.
desperate for Champions League to come back because then I'll have plenty.
Cricket's still on.
Cricket, World Cup, NBA season, but the
Hey,
thing
we
is...
won a game last night.
We did.
We didn't suck. Most of it. We sucked a little bit.
First ball we did when reviewing on the very first
Horrible
ball.
first
Other than that,
35 overs
Yeah.
for Australia.
we're going to
I
be
was going to
lucky.
say
Just
terrible first
Sri
2
Lanka
hours.
just throwing their wickets away, but that's all good.
Nice. Anyway, today we're looking at the NBA and NHL. That's me, Stats Guy.
A bit of Cricket World Cup, of course, and some international football. Rate my multi. Got a lot of picks right yesterday, so yeah.
Mine got voided because
Yes.
one of the games got cancelled for other reasons that don't include football.
Yes, it was horrible.
Look it up.
What are you looking at, Alex?
EPL, AFLW, and the World Cup.
Nice. All right, let's look at some bad beats. No player props. It's time for player props.
Just got
you write it down, he's going to read it.
He's
Ron
Ron
Burgundy.
Burgundy.
San Diego.
You like Ron Burgundy?
Guys, don't you know, Jim is that dumb. He will read anything on the run
If
sheet.
we put it in
Facebook, Instagram, there you
we
go.
put it in capital letters, he's going to yell it.
EPL. All right. Player props. I talked about this a little while ago about Shaden Sharp and the most improved player in the NBA.
Yep.
Looking at the markets now, you've got Mikal Bridges. Ever since I brought him up, I think early last week, Stats Guy maybe, in some of the player points milestones for the upcoming NBA season, I think Bridges was like 22.5. It's like, smash that. And then it's like 25.5. You could probably smash that and away we go.
It's going to have a good season.
You think about that for more than 2 seconds, you go, wait a minute. If he's averaging like 25 points a game for a Nets team that's like semi-decent in the East, he could easily win most improved player. I hate this award, Stats man. You know why?
Why?
Because so often they give it to an already high draft pick.
We have discussed this before.
And then they go, wow, he's the most improved. It's like, no, he's living, it's not the most living up to your, what's the word I'm looking for? Potential. It's not the most living up to potential award. It's most improved. What's your big jump? Bridges, though, it feels like he is an absolute prime player for this as well because starts life in the NBA as a 3-and-D wing.
Yep.
Ends up being a big part of the KD trade. Steps up mightily in that last third of the season for the Nets last year. And they've got nobody else.
Yeah.
Really?
Apparently Ben Simmons is back,
To
but I
score
don't
points.
think so.
Like Box Hill Benny's back. That's fine. You got Nick Claxton. You got Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer. But outside of that, like it's he and Cam Johnson and Bridges needs to take that. He could easily take that leap as well. He showed us a lot more of his scoring game last year. So I really like Mikal Bridges for the most improved. That's $7.50. 2 other sort of slight outsiders. I mentioned Shaden Sharp. I think he could take a big leap. The problem is the more you think about it and the more that I've looked into obviously post Dame Lillard trade, the Blazers have got 3 dudes basically playing the 2.
Yeah.
And it's just it could be a bit of a crunch. And I don't really like that for your most improved. You need to be out there playing like 36 minutes basically to showcase it. But $21 is not a bad look. Tyrese Maxey, though, is the other one. James Harden. How those lemon pepper chicken wings down there in those Philly Rippers. I'll tell you that much. They must not be very good compared to the other places he's lived. Apart from maybe Brooklyn. Harden wants out, obviously. Trade request. Hates Daryl Morey.
Yeah, he's a...
Tyrese Maxey's sitting going, that's fine by me, man. Please, on your way, James. Don't care, bro. Don't care. Because it means I'll start, and it means that I'll maybe be an all-star.
Oh, you think so?
In the East.
I don't know about that.
The problem is, like, Dame is now in the East. You've got Giroux still with Boston. You got Jaylen Brown who's tagged as a guard. You got Jimmy Butler who's tagged as a guard. You got Jalen Brunson. You got Donnie Mitchell. You got Darius Rucker, Judy Garland. You got a lot of people who could be all-stars. He will be on that cusp, though. Okay. And at $15 most improved, if he bumps his scoring average up even more, like sort of take a little bit more of that Harden workload if they eventually shift him or just don't play the dude, Maxey's a very good look. So I don't mind that $15 as your secondary sort of like, all right, Bridges or Maxey, I feel pretty good with one $750 and one double that at 15. So anyway, good stuff.
Nice.
Alex.
Yeah, having a look at Alexander Isak for Newcastle to score 25 plus goals this season at $4 in the EPL season, that is. He's got 6 goals in 7 games so far. And look, he started off really well compared to this time last year when he came across to Newcastle at the end of the transfer window. And it took him forever to get settled in. Having a World Cup.
He was coming off the bench.
Also, having a World Cup, thrown in November really didn't help as well as it's like.
Where's he from?
He's Swedish.
He didn't play in the World Cup.
But what I'm saying is the 6-week break didn't help him because half of his team was in Qatar playing in the World Cup.
Fair enough,
takes away from gelling with the team. I know like a lot of clubs went on training camps and such, but it's like you're not actually getting that game time, which you need to get used to the way they want to play the game, given that, probably your 3 or 4 main players aren't with the squad.
Fair enough, yeah.
So now that he's had the full preseason and everything, he's on track to get, the numbers say he's on track to get 25 plus, given he's got 6 in 7. And you have a look at Newcastle's draw. They've already played Man City, Liverpool and Brighton, and their draw does get a little easy from here. I know that still means they've got, United, Arsenal and all that in there. But in their next 6 weeks,
they play Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa.
They already played them, start of the year
He scored a couple of goals, actually.
Yeah, I didn't mention that because it's not as tough as, Liverpool. And
How dare
They're up there, though.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
This is just Villa slander at this point.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I told you in the group text, on Sunday morning I was warming up in an Arsenal T-shirt for the half marathon.
Yeah, that's right.
And I hear this goes, come on, Villa. And I'm like, wait, is that Jim?
That's just me waving in the back.
Yeah. That's a terrible Scottish accent, but some Scottish dude yelling, come on, Villa at me at 6:30 in the morning.
Pretty good.
I'm like, that's Jim. Where is he?
There is also no way that I'd have the squids out the door and be somewhere at 6:30
Also, if Jim's going to yell something, that's pretty low on the list of him to yell.
Yeah, so you're a lot more swears.
Yeah.
A lot more denigrating.
Yeah, exactly. Something to do with my shoes or something, or my singlet. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so Newcastle, in the next 6 weeks, they play Crystal Palace, Wolves, Bournemouth, Chelsea and Everton.
Oh, powerhouses.
He could absolutely cash in on some goals here and really get towards that 25 plus mark. We talked about him in the Haaland out market to come second to Erling Haaland.
Most goals scored without Haaland.
Yeah. Such a good market, yeah.
And he was something like $8 or $9 for that as well. Well, you think if he's going to get that, he's probably going to score 25 plus this season. So I'm looking forward to him hitting the back of the net this weekend when they take on Crystal Palace.
Good job.
Awesome. Yeah, I really like that.
$4 for that price, by the way.
That Ishak one as well, because last season they were trying to start him and Wilson and rotating off the bench. But now they're either starting Ishak on his own or they're playing Wilson and him. So he's always starting. So yeah, really like it.
He's the guy.
Good one. Stats boy.
All right. My name is changing a lot lately. Cricket World Cup again. South Africa taking on the Netherlands tonight. Not the best matchup going around, but there is some markets to have a look at, especially the player props. Baz the lead. He's probably not the most well-known guy going around. He plays in the county cricket in England. He's really improving in their rising star for this Netherlands team. He's got 7 wickets across his last 3 ODI matches, which includes games against Pakistan. I think he got 4 against Pakistan, a couple against Australia and 1 against New Zealand. So he's actually getting wickets against some of the better teams, not including Australia at the moment.
Wow,
actually.
It feels like you've been burying the lead.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how to react to that.
We don't have
that, but we need that one.
I'm just going to keep looking at the cameras.
you just stared.
That was a good one. I've been warming up my dad jokes. I mean, pretty good today.
You've been on fire with your dad jokes.
Anyway.
He has 20 wickets in 9 matches over the last year. He's a strong swing bowler. I just think the 2+ wickets is doable. A lot of their other bowlers haven't been really getting wickets, but he has. So 2+ wickets, $3. They might only get 4 or 5 wickets, but I think he can still get 2.
And then even that seems a bit much.
Actually, in saying that, they bowled out Pakistan and they got 7 against I can't even remember who they played in the second game, but they got 7 in the next game. So they've actually been getting wickets.
That's the lead.
That's the lead, and he's been one of their leaders. So, yeah, I didn't even mean that. The leaders. Then we're going across to South Africa. They've been absolutely awesome. Alex loves a bit of Aiden Markram. He's been great as well. He's in amazing form. 200.
Funnily enough, the horse that's named after him, very slow.
Oh, what's the horse's
Markram.
Markram. Oh,
He's very slow.
All right, I won't bet on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Markram, he's got 200s and 250s in his last 6 ODIs. He has 100 and a 50 in his 2 matches against the Netherlands.
Jeez.
So I'm really leaning towards that 50 plus runs at $2.75. I was going to go just the over 35.5 to be safe, but then I was looking into the stats. I really like the 50 plus at $2.75 for Markram.
Good stuff.
Netherlands just don't have the depth.
I believe if we want to take a quick victory lap as well, Marnus yesterday topped the 30
over
plus.
30.5 and D Warner under 33.5.
Bang.
Yeah.
Love that.
Mine did not get up. That's okay.
It's all right.
All right.
Can't get them all.
Let's do some match and or game picks.
What's your best match or game pick?
What is our best match or game pick?
Goim.
Goim.
G-O-I-M-E.
You just had a stroke.
Yeah, I did. I'm just going to lean into my left even more.
Are you tasting copper?
I'm always tasting
What's
copper.
that? Is that burnt toast?
I think I've explained this one before about the burnt toast at my house. It's like the next door neighbours like every day. It's like, am I having a heart attack? Is this the day? So they burn toast at 1:30 every day to have with their old
you
people
like?
soup
I was
or
about to
something.
say,
I'm
like
this
for
is the
Christmas.
day.
For
This is
Christmas,
it.
can you just drop them off in your chest? But I know you're having
Like,
some issues.
It's $80.
And then they say,
just
we don't
here
even
you
have
go.
a toaster. And he's like, oh, no.
God. It's slowly
suffering-
happening.
I mean, suffering a mini stroke every day. Anyway,
That's
match
called having
and or
kids.
game picks for today. Kraken versus Avs. We're finally talking some NHL. I mentioned some NHL last week, talking about the Kraken and their Stanley Cup odds. And then, of course, they come out and they go 0-3, 0-2-1.
I was on a couple of them. I thought they would easily win a couple of them, but
This is it. The
0-3.
Kraken are a good away team. Unfortunately, this is at home. And the Avs are 2-0 to start the year. The Avs are probably, having written the big NHL piece, I think they were the favourite with some bookmakers for the Stanley Cup this year. Other ones had like Toronto. It's like, all right, get out of the first round, then we can talk about Toronto, right? And then, of course, I think they did last year for the first time in 20 years. But either way, the Avs, 2-0, looking pretty good. The away team has covered the puck line in this matchup 9 of the last 10. The Avs are the away team. I'm going the Avs minus 1.5, $2.70. 10 of 11 games between these two have gone under as well.
Under, that's surprising.
And 4 of 5 games that these two teams have played this year have gone under. So this is like it feels like a 3-1 Avs win over the Kraken in Seattle. And that'll get you to $3.70 if you combine the puck line and the under. Actually, it might even be a little bit more.
What was the
puck
under,
line was
like
jacked.
7 or something?
I think
like
it was
that?
6 for this one. So
Okay.
let me bring that up and I will confirm. But it is like, it's a weird matchup because Colorado, they are sort of like the forgotten-ish kind of team. And even though they're one of these sort of, they won the thing like 2 years ago. Like, what are we all doing
Everyone's
here?
already forgetting about it.
And it's like McKinnon's awesome. So anyway, so there you go. I go the under and I go the puck line for Colorado.
Cool.
All right, Alex.
AFLW looks for this weekend. The Sydney Swans minus 3.5 against the Western Bulldogs. The Western Bulldogs suck.
They're
This
horrible.
isn't my natural Western Bulldogs hatred. They're 0-7 with a percentage of 50.
They are really bad.
They are so bad this year. Sorry, Gerald. The Swans had a lot of opportunities to beat Hawthorn last week and actually threw the game away. Despite what the result says, they dominated the first quarter and just couldn't kick a goal. Very Sydney.
Cost my
actually.
multi, Sydney.
Yeah, pricks. Anyway, moving on. Richmond head-to-head against Hawthorn. Hawthorn, again, not that great. Richmond are just doing enough at the moment, despite being 3-4. I think they're playing some good footy at the moment. This is the big one for me. Adelaide, even money to beat Brisbane.
Oh, that's a great bet.
I know they've got to go to Brisbane to beat them, but Adelaide are unbeaten. They're just
the best team,
trampled Melbourne 2 weeks ago. And they're going to go up to Brisbane and take on the Lions, who they're looking kind of shaky. I know they're 5-2, but if you actually watch the way they're playing,
Lost to Collingwood.
They should have lost to North Melbourne. They lost to Collingwood.
Yeah.
Another loss here, and they were down. They were struggling early against Gold Coast last weekend in that Q clash as well. I don't know if it's named the Q Clash. We're just going to call it
We're
that.
going to call it the Q Clash.
Yeah, that's
it's
a good
the
name.
Q Clash.
It's the Q Clash. But the thing is, if they lose another game, they're in trouble of falling back to this group because there's about 6 teams that are on 4 and 3 on the ladder at the moment.
Yeah,
So if they go to 5 and 3, it's like, oh, we're back in the group, and another loss in a 10-game season could get very dicey. But also really awesome for someone who said Brisbane can't win and also needs them to keep losing, aka me.
Yeah.
And then to finish off, the Melbourne Demons -6.5 against Stats Guy's beloved North Melbourne.
Ooh, to be close.
Yeah, well, Melbourne went to Perth on the weekend, kind of embarrassed West Coast, and then West Coast guys like, it's not fair that we have to play Melbourne. And then everyone's like, it's your first game against a top 8 team this year.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Their
Back up.
fixture's pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
Yeah. And then the West Coast brought out a press release saying, we respect the integrity of the competition.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know
we
if you do.
suck, but our coach offers us not much.
Yes.
Yes, anyway, if we want to.
Break my mochi.
For those 4, $9.79.
Whoa.
That Adelaide head-to-head one,
That
is just,
I
love that.
I would just put all my
Even
money on
money.
Adelaide. Yeah, I like that.
They are so good.
I'll give it a 7.
You're worried about North Melbourne.
I'm worried about
North Melbourne
Yeah,
and Melbourne.
because
Yeah,
I,
but I think-
I reckon D's will win, but I reckon it could just be like 1 or 5
Yeah, but I'm
points
not
or
going to be
something.
shocked if they win by 3 goals. Like, oh, yeah, they were close all day. And then the D, like how you lost to Brisbane, the D's kick away late.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd feel better just about the Swans, Richmond and Adelaide.
Ladbrokes.
Quickly.
I'm not sold
Pad
on
stats guy, Pad.
I'm not sold on Richmond either. They've really underperformed. They've got this really good top end talent, and then rest just fall away. So I might even I'll give it a 6.
Who did you see on the weekend?
North, Port Adelaide. I did change my mind from the show. Took North at the line, which was 45,
Told
won
ya.
by 63.
Told
So
ya.
don't bet anything on Port. North look really good at home. So this is away. Maybe take the D's, but yeah, I'm
So
worried
the
about that
3,
one.
before we get to the D's, is $5.23.
Okay,
good. I like that.
I like that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, I do worry about that North Melbourne one, but
yeah. If you think
9.79.
D's going to win, the line's pretty short. Yeah.
Yeah.
nice. Stats guy.
Cricket World Cup again, South Africa, Netherlands. Looking at the opening partnership, we don't really talk about this market, but there's an opening partnership handicap. So South Africa minus 19. It's
pretty good.
I'm just trying to
I like
find some
this.
value in a match where there's a $1.05 winner predicted here. South Africa minus 19.5 for the opening partnership. So not only do they have to win the opening partnership, more than 19 runs here, I really think they can do that. They've had the highest opening partnership in 6 of their last 7 matches, and they absolutely smashed the Netherlands just earlier in the year. Bavuma and de Kock have had 50s and 100s across the last month. They've both been absolutely awesome. They're openers. Netherlands' strength is definitely their bowling, not their opening bowlers, sort of their middle bowlers, and then their openers haven't been informed themselves. So $1.83, again, we talk about the markets, that should not be $1.83. Should be at least $1.90, but trying to find a bit.
Even $1.87,
Yeah,
which
that's-
some of the lines are now.
That's a
but
bit weird.
I remember when bookmaking was like sports betting first came
$2.
into Australia. No, $1.95 was the first game.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, that sucks. It should be even money, but they've got to make money.
Yeah, and let's drop it to
$1.83.
either side. Yeah, anyway,
Have a good look at yourselves.
a bit of value there compared to some other markets.
You wonder why turnover is down. This is one of the many reasons.
We'll have to get that out into the world.
Good one.
Let them know. Yeah.
All right. I like South Africa minus 19.5.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but I think they can easily cover it. They're a much better side.
Yep. Nice.
It's best bets. It's best bets. It's time for all.
This is going to go for 5 minutes. I'm going to.
It's just the NBA in-season tournament.
All right. I'll be back.
No, it's literally just like we're talking
Where's
about
he gone?
talking about literally the who can win the NBA in-season tournament. The setup for this is a bit strange because
It is weird,
They've
yeah.
never done it before. It's not quite FA Cup-ish. These
Okay.
games count towards the regular season total.
normal season, yeah.
So you don't rest players because it's like a mid.
Isn't there a
just
thing
like
like you
fixture.
have to be eligible for like All-Star and awards? You have to play like 60 games as well?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
a thing? Okay, yep, cool.
So they're trying to stamp out load management as much as they can. But the grouping as well is
kind of sucker needs load management.
He does.
the groups that they've sort of set up. They're sort of broken into tiers. And
Yeah.
they're sort of spread through
pretty
your
even.
through your own conference.
Yep.
And it is very even. It feels like though the Bucks have with the Wizards and the Hornets in that Bucks
Oh, yeah.
group,
I can
and the
smash 'em.
Heat during the regular season kind of tend
Yeah.
to stink. The Heat aren't afraid of the Bucks in any way, shape, or form, but the Bucks could be awesome and just run roughshod through their group. Boston could do the same because the Nets, Raptors, Bulls, and Magic.
That's not a great group, actually.
Not a great group.
Yeah.
But Magic play the Celtics tough. We know that.
Yeah, we lost to them 3 times last year.
And so did Brooklyn. So it's a bit of a weird one where you might just go, we should pencil Boston in. It's like,
not always, yeah.
The one that I like, though, Oklahoma City in Group F. I've talked up OKC with their win total. I'll continue to do so. Their group includes Sacramento, Golden State, Minnesota, and the San Antonio Banderas Spurs. I actually really like them just to pull off some random regular season wins. As part of group play, where they play Tuesdays and Fridays, right?
Yep.
For this in-season tournament throughout November.
I'm just going to throw it. This is really dumb.
It's a bit confusing.
It's a little bit confusing. They make it less confusing once you realise that every game on a Tuesday and Friday is a regular season, but also it counts towards this. Okay. So once you look at the brackets and the groups, it's all pretty.
So that just means on Tuesdays in the office we're going to have basketball on.
I think that's every day anyway.
Every day anyway. Yeah.
Sweet.
But the Tuesdays and Fridays should be pretty fun for this. And OKC at $21 to win the thing because this comes down to like very easy sort of picking for value, right? Where you look at $21, all you have to do is like sort of come out of your group. And then if you're in the final 8, I want to say, because there's 6 groups and then 2 wildcards. So in the final 8, OKC's like odds to win this are not going to be $21.
Yeah.
They will be substantially shorter than that. So the same thing goes actually for the Celtics and the Bucks that are $10. So I like the Bucks as the favorite at $10 just to go, I reckon they could easily do the double this year, win the in-season tournament, win the entire thing. With Dame, I think their defense will be really good. They've now got that sort of clutch scoring as well. Look for Dame as well as clutch player of the year. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, there's a clutch player of the year.
But the Cavs are the other one that I don't mind because they're in the Sixers group and you might go, well, the Sixers are $17. That's pretty good. Hang on a second. The Cavs are shorter than them. You're like, yeah.
Really?
I like them. They're young. They're going to play hard all season. They're going to be going hammer and tongs during the regular season. That group is still pretty weak as well because the Pistons are not much chop. Indy are a little bit of a spoiler. Atlanta are okay. The Sixers, who knows this year? I think Cleveland come out of Group A. You can actually bet on that as well. So I don't mind Cleveland to come out of Group A. I don't mind Cleveland to win the entire thing at $12. But if you're going to go the favorite, Bucks $10 feels pretty good, and $21 for OKC. I like that a bit too.
It's good value.
So there's some really good value in the NBA in-season tournament, aka the NBA Cup.
The NBA Cup.
All through November. It's going to be fun. There'll be a breakdown of that on our site next week.
That's
for
good.
those who were confused by it, aka Alex Donnelly.
Even Stats Guy was confused.
No, I was, and
I was confused.
Yeah,
I run a daily NBA show.
Stats Guy's NBA junior and doesn't understand. I'm just the guy that's like, oh yeah, that looks cool.
No, I got it now. When you said the Tuesday, Friday, I don't mind it.
Yep.
Like it now.
It's pretty good. It'll take a couple of years to catch on, but this is the thing. I'm glad that they're trying different stuff in the NBA because
it's a long
as the vice
season,
president of Common Sense for the NBA,
was it an executive junior?
No,
I'm executive junior.
Yeah, there we go.
You're content junior.
Junior vice president. There we go. The NBA trying new stuff is good. They need to.
Why not?
Just to drum up interest for November. You could also do the same sort of thing in make a double-edged sword for do it in February, March or something as well. I don't know. But they should be trying new things. It's good. Alex, best bets.
India are going to win the World Cup. They're $2.25 still. Why are they not $1.50?
Yeah,
except for Jim's beloved New Zealand.
Thank you.
They are now $7. They're the only danger. Their price has hardly budged since last week when I said at $2.50 they win. And since then, they have won 2 games remarkably easy.
Yeah, even against Pakistan, a good team. Yeah.
$2.25. Once again, an India choke job is the only thing stopping India from winning this tournament.
Let's go, Kiwis. I love this.
Aussies, we're going to win now. We've won a game.
No. Well, we're at least still in it with 1 win now.
We're mathematically still a chance.
Yep.
The best kind of chance. All right, Stats Guy.
Some international football, the Euro qualifiers and a few other international friendlies. We just need the Aussies to win for my Raymer multi from yesterday.
Even mine. So we had the 1 leg void, so I just need one. Didn't Poland get beaten?
I didn't have Poland in mine.
No,
I had Austria.
I saw Poland got beaten.
Netherlands got up in the 94th minute, so I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, we're looking at one over the next couple of days, and tonight, Japan head-to-head against Tunisia. They've just got the experience in the big games, and as we talked about in last year's World Cup, they've just got great pace and attack, so Japan to win that one. England head-to-head against Italy. I think this will be a really close game, but Poms just always find a way to win. They actually was a really competitive game against Australia, but again, they won 1-0.
This is also revenge for losing the Euros at Wembley as well.
Exactly, yeah. So
revenge!
There'll be a bit of revenge. And they're just playing with real synergy, got so many rising stars, so you got to take England there. Serbia head-to-head.
No Bukayo Saka, though.
No, because he's finally getting a rest.
Right?
Yeah,
Poor Chelsea are going to cop a rested and fit Bukayo Saka on Saturday.
Maybe they might even rest him again because it's just Chelsea at the moment.
Yeah, give me that. There's an easy dub. Let's give him another week off,
Honestly,
boys. Save him for Villarreal next week. Or Sevilla, sorry.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
My beloved Sevilla.
I was about to say, I saw a lot of Chelsea fans go, Arsenal don't know what's going to hit them when they have a fit Reece James. I'm like, yeah, Gabriel Martinelli's fit and rested. How's Reece James in his
The
bad
one I'm
hamstrings
excited
gonna go?
for is Nkunku. When he comes back, people will realise we've got to start. But we'll see. We'll see when he
It's
comes
like
back.
January, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited for January then. That's how long I've got to wait. Then we've got Serbia head-to-head against Montenegro. Serbia,
Wait,
strong
what?
defense.
No, just.
Oh my God, where's that
joke,
gone?
Yeah.
I only conceded 4 goals in
Jim
6 games,
understands
Serbia.
the joke.
I got the joke. I still want to go there. Germany head-to-head against Mexico. They've just got stars wherever you look. Germany, Mexico have a lot of aging players. You got Jimenez, who's their starting striker.
Goalkeeping Jesus.
And goalkeeping Jesus, but he's not that good anymore either. So I'm going to go rate my multi
That
if
seems
you want.
kind of racist.
Rate my multi.
All right, rating stats guy's racist multi.
Well, I wasn't the one bringing up stuff. It was Alex, apparently. Japan are going to win. England are going to win. Serbia are going to win. Germany are going to win. 5.49. 4 legs.
550. It feels a little bit too WW2 for my liking. Germany,
Germany
Japan
are in
winning.
there.
It's like, come on,
Serbia
man.
and Montenegro.
Whose side are you on, stats boy?
I'm on the winning multi side.
You at least went away from Italy, so that's good.
Yeah.
Not a big Mussolini.
I was about to say, if he was tipping
How
too
is this
easier as
gone,
well,
man?
I'd be like, oh God, what are you doing, stats guy?
I like it. It does really sort of hinge on
Germany and Mexico means nothing, so I'm going to give it a 6 because of that.
Oh, they're a really good team, Germany, though.
Yeah, but-
Mexico are very.
but-
They don't make any big
But
tournaments.
Germany are very efficient, and like this game doesn't mean jack. We're not going to try.
I'm going to go 7. I'm just a little bit worried about that England-Italy one.
Yeah, that'd be a close game.
Now, if the Poms win this, that means they've pretty much guaranteed that
Italy
we're
probably need to win
qualified.
as well.
Yeah.
It'll be close, yeah. But
Awesome.
I don't mind.
Nothing we like more than Italy missing out on qualifying for big tournaments.
Oh, they've missed so many big tournaments, yeah.
Great.
That's what they get for beating the Socceroos in 08.
And
What they get
cheating,
for those
diving.
two schnozzle
06?
diving.
Yeah, 06, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
diving.
Oh, that was earlier, I think. I can't remember.
4 or 6? No, 6.
Six.
Yeah, 6.
Something like
It was 6.
Diving scum. Right. Good stuff. All right, that's it. Go Bed Daily done for today. We'll be
Lucas
back
Neal
on
was
deck.
robbed, literally.
What?
He lost all of his money too.
Who?
Lucas Neal.
Oh,
The guy
geez.
who gave away the penalty.
Sure.
He then lost all of his money in like a real estate scam.
Oh,
Oh,
tough scene.
I hate to say it.
You do. BT Dubs, I've got an apartment complex I'm willing to you guys want to buy in?
I was about to say,
It was Jim.
Over in London, Jim and I actually, near West Ham's new stadium, actually have some apartments going. Lucas
Great
Neal
views,
gave us a
great
great deal, yeah.
Anyway, we're done for today.
Bubbles and everything.
We will be back on deck tomorrow. Get around this show and all of the shows. NFL Australia, NBA Australia will have a show this week. Hold all tickets on Thursday. The
Crawford Cup Day.
EPL show as
EPL.
well. Plenty going
We'll
on.
do that Thursday for the daily this week.
Yes, I believe we shall. That sounds good.
I believe we shall.
Like, review, and star them all, and subscribe across all your podcast apps. Check us a follow for CodeBet as well on the socials, the Facebook, the Instagram, the
We have
TikTok,
some
the
cool
YouTube,
social content coming up in the next
Twitch,
week.
the X, and the Threads.
There's a couple of excursions in the next week.
I can't believe you interrupted my bit.
I know.
Yeah,
I
no, I
didn't
was
think you were going to keep up that
Yeah,
posh
no,
voice
just
for
like,
all of
this is weird.
but you did.
But talking about our awesome excursions the next week. We have 2 of them.
Yeah, we're going to do some excursions.
Excursions.
Yeah.
You're going to bust.
We're gonna make Alex wear like a bright vest as well, so we don't lose. He's gonna have a buddy.
Can we get one of those leash?
Yeah, but stats guys,
backpack
you're
leashes?
going to be on
Homie
the
will be
leash.
his buddy, and away we go.
Yeah, all right. The buddy system always works. You get back Alex and Homie aren't there, but the buddy system.
Too many beers gets rid of the buddy system.
Send any questions, any rate my multis via the socials. Make social guy Leo earn a crust, would you? But that's it, I think. Good job. Thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
I'm going to sit here for the rest of the day.
Nice.
Gerald's like, get out.
I can't move.
Sitting here farting up Gerald's studio. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And thanks to Geraldo for actually doing his job today. After I taped yesterday's show. He then put it all together, of course.
He's come that part out of the show.
But thanks to me. What do we say, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsible.
May your picks come in. Happy punting. We will catch you tomorrow. CodeBet Daily out.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.